Thanks for joining our Employer Portal webinar. We're excited to show you the new features of the Employer Portal.
Hi, I'm Kathy Bennett.
And I'm Lynn Finch, and we are the Senior Account Team Managers for the Service Team here at ProBenefits.
If you have questions during the webinar, please use the question box in the GoToWebinar control panel. If we are not able to respond before you leave the webinar today, we will be following up. If you think of something later, please email us anytime at service@probenefits.com.
So these are a few highlights of the new portal. It has streamlined workflows so you can accomplish important tasks more quickly. The improved visual cues should point you to the information you need easily, and it has a responsive design. It works well on whatever size monitor or tablet you choose to use to view the Employer Portal.
Now let's get started with the tour. Welcome to the new Employer Portal. As you can see, all of the options you're familiar with can now be found on the navigation sidebar. Let's begin by searching for a benefit participant account. Select Employees on the navigation sidebar. Here you'll find your employees in the list provided, or use the search bar. You can also use the filters to the right to list all active or only inactive employees. If you need to add a new employee, you'll find that option at the top with the Add New Employee button. On the Add Employee screen, you'll need to complete all personal and employment information before adding the employee. Once you've added the employee, you'll need to enroll the employee. Again, start at the Employee tab. Locate the employee that you wish to enroll. Click on the Employee tab. Here on the Employee profile, you will add enrollment by going to the Enrollment tab. Click Add New Enrollment. Select the current plan year and click Next. Here, you can select one or more plans to enroll your employee. If your plan offers a debit card, that will be the primary payment method. Choose an alternate payment method below. Please note, if you select direct deposit, your employee will need to set up their bank account after enrollment. On the Plan Detail tab, go ahead and complete all required fields. When you have completed the enrollment, select the Submit button. There will be time that you need to update a current enrollment. Again, start at the Employees menu, locate the employee in the list provided, or use the search bar. On the Employee profile, you'll want to click the Enrollments tab. Here, you'll get a list of all active accounts. locate the account to make the change, and view details. When ready, click the Edit Enrollment button to choose the update type. Here, go ahead and make the enrollment change. And click Save. To update employee status, again, locate the employee on the employee page. Click the employee to open the profile. You'll find the current status under the employee name and click the current status hyperlink. You'll then get an employee status box. Go ahead, update the status along with the effective date for the status. If you'd like to show history, you may select the option below. Once you've completed the status change, add status. We'll now transition to the reports function. In the navigation sidebar, select Reports to view a list of all available reports. Find the title of the desired report and click to open. A list of generated reports will be on the screen. Select the date of the report to get a summary. That will include who created the report and the time that it was created. If the report is still in process, you'll get a message here, in process. If this is the report you wish to view, go ahead and click Download File. If you'd like a custom report, click New Report in the top corner. Here you'll get a list of all available reports. Choose your report and then complete all required fields to request your report. Once you've completed all the fields, before you click Request, if you'd like an email when your report is ready, go ahead and click the box here. Request your report. When the report is ready, you can find it on both your Home tab and Recently Created Reports, or on the Reports tab in the navigation sidebar. I'll now turn it over to Lynn for the next section of the tour.
Thanks, Kathy. We're going to take the next section now where we'll look at the contributions and imports. Now, if your plan does not offer an HSA, you will probably not see these screens on your portal. But if your plan does offer an HSA, then these screens will be available on your portal. So the first thing I want to talk about is the setup contributions. You'll notice that on the new employer portal view, setup contributions is easily available over here on the navigation sidebar on the left. So you can click on that link. Excuse me. So once you click on that link, you'll be on this screen. And you'll notice that if you have a previously set up HSA contribution schedule, it will show here under active schedules. You may have one or more schedules available under your active schedules. If you need to create a new schedule, you have the Add New Schedule button right up here. When you click the button, the first thing you'll choose is your schedule type. So you'll either choose a one-time schedule or a recurring schedule. Once you've chosen your schedule, you'll also want to choose your plan year. And generally, you will always choose HSA. We only set up contribution schedules for the HSA plans. So at this point, you'll choose your import method, whether you want to enter contributions manually or you want to import a file of contributions. For the purpose of this demo, we're going to enter manually. You'll set up the details for your contribution schedule. You can choose whether you want an end date or whether you want your schedule to not end. You choose a start date for your schedule. And then at this point, you choose the details of how you want your schedule to run, usually based on your payroll schedule. If you want to set up a monthly schedule, as an example, you would choose whether you wanted the first, second, third, fourth, or last day of the month, and you can choose a day, weekday, weekend, etc. Or if you want the monthly schedule to run on a specific day, then you can choose the daily schedule, and you can say, I want this schedule to run on the 4th day of every 1 month. If you're setting up a semi-monthly schedule, you'll actually want to set up 2 schedules. If your payroll is the 15th and last day of the month, for example, you would set up a daily schedule to run on the 15th day of every 1 month, and then you can also set up a second monthly schedule that could run on the last day of every 1 month. Once you've put in the details for the particular contribution schedule, then you'll hit the Next button. At this point, you'll see a list of all of your active HSA participants, and you'll be able to enter their payroll deduction and any employer contribution. And you'll notice down here you have a running total. So for each person, as you add a contribution and employer contribution if needed, your totals will update down here at the bottom. Once you've entered all of the contributions for all of your HSA participants, then you would hit Submit. And at that point, you'll see the schedule under your list of active schedules. If you need to update an existing schedule, you just click on the schedule in the active list and then choose the Edit button right here. At this point, it will already have whatever method you've chosen selected. You can update any details of the schedule on this screen. At this point, you can see this schedule is set to start on April 2nd, and it's a second day of every 1 month. It's a monthly schedule. Here you see all of the active HSA participants with their deduction amounts. If you need to change an amount, you just change here on this screen. And again, your total will be updated at the bottom. Once you've made any corrections that you need to make to your schedule, hit Submit, and then the schedule will be back in your list of active schedules. Now, as you're running your HSA contribution schedule runs on the schedule that you have created, you may need at times to see what happens with a particular schedule, how it ran, if there were any errors, that kind of thing. So again, over here in the left-hand navigation bar, you'll notice the imports. And if you go to this screen, you'll be able to see all of your contribution schedules as they have run, whether they were ran successfully. So you'll notice down here under the completed section, if a contribution schedule ran successfully, you'll have a message that indicates that. If there are any errors or warnings with the schedule, you will see a yellow flag with a note that says there are warnings or additional information. If you click on that schedule, then you have a drop down and this review button will show you any issues with the schedule. At this point, you can download an exception report for the schedule, or you can show more and see the original file, the enrollment report that shows what was included, any other information that you need to see. You can also use this import screen to do a new import for your HSA. So if instead of using a schedule, you'd like to just import a file each time on your payroll date, then you would choose Add New Import. Here you would choose, again, with the HSA, you would choose a contribution schedule. Then you have the option to download a contribution template. You can pre-populate the template with the plan year and the employee's Social Security numbers to help you with adding their information. And then you would download the template. Once you had the template downloaded, you would update all contributions and information that needs to be in the template. And then on the next screen, you would actually upload your saved contribution file to process the contributions. And again, both of these, both the imports and the HSA contribution schedule can easily be accessed by this left-hand navigation bar. So this concludes our tour of the employer portal. So the new employer portal is actually live now. It went live yesterday. We encourage you to log in and try it out. If you're having any issues with getting to the login screen, it may be that it's your saved link. If you will check that saved login page link and remove the login.aspx from the end, then you should be able to navigate to the page with no problem. If you need any help, please call us at 888-722-8382 or email us anytime at service@probenefits.com.